maritime domain, once a symbol of freedom, became a battleground for new and complex challenges. After 9/11, the U.S. Navy Formation 150 was re-established as a multinational coalition to undertake counter-terrorism operations at sea. The coalition further evolved beyond that initial scope to encompass and address wider maritime security threats from illicit, non-state actors. Being a staunch believer in collaborative maritime security,
terrorism operations at illicit,
150 in 2004, contributing significantly while commanding the task force 13 times, highest by any member nation of CMF. To further strengthen the collaborative efforts against these new challenges, maritime domain, Pakistan Navy timely took the initiative by launching the multinational exercise AMAN under the banner Together for Peace in 2007. This initiative brought nations together, fostering cooperation and unity to combat maritime threats. The inaugural edition 2006 witnessed the edition of 2018. The exercise evolved with the passage of time, and the undergoing 9th edition of AMAN around 60 from across the globe. During the second phase of the Somali Civil War in 2000, when piracy surged to alarming levels, CTF 151 under Combined Maritime Forces was established in January 2009 with a specific piracy mission-based mandate. Accordingly, Pakistan being the frontline of maritime security in the region, also joined Combined Task Force 151 in 2009, and additionally instituted a mechanism of regional the crude RMC along three important axes. Since its inception in 2007, the AMAN exercise has been completed by the International Maritime a platform for intellectual discourse on maritime challenges. Yet, as the nature of warfare evolves, Pakistan Navy has embraced a more pragmatic approach, fostering practitioner-centric discussions enriched by academic insights. This shift ensures innovative, actionable solutions to the complex issues shaping the future of the maritime arena. AMAN Dialogue 2025 is more than a conference. It is a beacon of hope, a platform where global naval leadership and experts unite to translate strategic foresight into actionable solutions. It is an effort of intellectual discourse on the issues gripping navies around the world to learn from each other's experience and foster resilience. The challenges are vast, but so is our resolve. Through AMAN Dialogue, we forge a path towards secure seas and a prosperous future. The dialogue seeks to promote shared understanding of maritime security issues and challenges confronting the region, and their linkages with blue economy. In this dialogue, we aim to formulate actionable strategies to address prevalent maritime challenges. Let us stand together, share our experiences, and exhibit a united resolve against terrorism domain.
I would now like to request the Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Nabi Ashraf, Nishan-e-Imtiaz Military Tamgha Basalat, to deliver his welcome address.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Federal Minister of Defense, distinguished chiefs of defense forces, heads and representatives of maritime organizations, worthy guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum, good morning. I'm grateful to the Honorable Federal Minister for Defense for his kind presence on the opening session of this inaugural AMAN dialogue. I also warmly welcome the constellation of maritime leaders, professionals, and academia from around the globe for joining us in pursuit of our shared objective of forging closer international collaboration for reinforcing peace and security in the maritime arena. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks a watershed moment as we evaluate our commitment to maritime cooperation from operational exercises to strategic discourse underpinned by our enduring motto, Together for Peace. Exercise conceived in 2007 has blossomed from a seedling of regional collaboration into a sturdy oak of global maritime security, uniting 60 nations this year. Through AMAN exercises, we have continued to foster trust, enhance interoperability, and streamline practices and procedures among the partner navies. Simultaneously, through AMAN Dialogue 25, we acknowledge the need to engage in pragmatic and practitioner-centric discussions with regional and extra-regional stakeholders to arrive at shared understanding and a collective approach to maritime security in the region. AMAN Dialogue, therefore, aims to unite global leaders and experts to translate strategic foresight and unique perspectives into actionable solutions. This intellectual discourse is designed to help us discern security issues gripping the navies in the region, identify avenues of collaboration, pool resources where possible, and culminate into a cohesive and efficient cooperative mechanism. Ladies and gentlemen, AMAN Dialogue in this secure seas prosperous future encapsulates our vision for the Indian Ocean region. We envision these waters as an arena of competition, but as a common avenue for the cooperation. We believe that the magnitude and diversity of evolving threats and challenges are such that no country has the wherewithal to tackle them alone. Hence, collaborative maritime security has become an imperative for ensuring robust maritime security, especially in regions like ours, with dense trade and economic activity, as well as multiple and diverse stakeholders. Our dream of prosperous future also entails socio-economic uplift and development of the blue economy. The first recorded maritime trade occurred right here, in the very region between the Indus Valley and Mesopotamia around 4,500 years ago. This vindicates our dependence on seas, which has not only stayed undiminished, but is projected to see steady growth trajectory. This reminds us that oceans are not mere waterways, but living threads that weave the tapestry of human civilization. Being the backbone of global economy, ensuring free and unhindered access to these arteries remains a strategic imperative and a shared responsibility for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, AMAN Dialogue, among similar forums that resonate with our collective resolve to address maritime challenges hold a unique significance. It seeks to transcend regional barriers and act as a bridge between the East and the West. The challenges of maritime domain are substantial and interconnected, bearing global ramifications. I see AMAN Dialogue to provide us an opportunity to engage, especially with countries holding strategic vantage points in the Indian Ocean, such as in proximity of Bab el-Mandeb or Strait of Hormuz. Ladies and gentlemen, Pakistan has demonstrated its resolve to regional and global maritime security through mutual and multilateral engagements. We have been part of initiatives such as Task Force 150 and Task Force 151 since 2004 and 2009, respectively. We have also been undertaking regional maritime security patrols along critical sea areas to prop up maritime security and preserve freedom of navigation across the seas. Experiences so gained in countering threats to maritime security could be key to finding answers to contemporary security challenges and leveraging our strengths to direct efforts towards an integrated approach. Finally, conduct of AMAN exercise and AMAN dialogue concurrently affords a special advantage of fusion of intellect and synergy on the field. I foresee enriching discussions from diverse perspectives that should lead us to mutually beneficial and forthcoming partnerships. In the end, I once again express my profound gratitude to the Federal Minister for Defense for gracing this occasion. I'm grateful to all the participating nations and delegates for their invaluable presence here. Your participation reinforces our shared commitment to maritime peace, security, and economic prosperity. I have no doubt that subsequent sessions will generate stimulating discussions besides formal and informal interactions that should help formulate concrete steps towards our common goals. May our collective wisdom guide us towards secure seas and prosperous futures. Long live our maritime partnership, together for peace. Thank you.
I would now like to invite Senator Mushahid Hussain Sayyid for his keynote address on the theme of AMAN Dialogue, Secure Seas, Prosperous Future. Ladies and gentlemen, Senator Mushahid.
Good morning and Assalamu alaikum to all the distinguished guests from all parts of the world. In the name of the Almighty, the Lord of all mankind, the Honorable Defense Minister, Khwaja Asif Sahab, the Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Naveed Ashraf, Admiral Ahmed Said, President of the National Institute of Maritime Affairs, which is now one of the preeminent think tanks. I would first like to warmly welcome the distinguished representatives of the navies from different parts of the world, actually 60 countries, which is making this the biggest ever maritime international conference in the history of Pakistan, for which the Pakistan Navy deserves congratulations. From Australia to Zimbabwe, as they say, A to Z, from Rwanda to Fiji to Timor-Leste, Bangladesh, other countries, we are seeing this huge rainbow of cultures and connectivity through Pakistan Navy. And this is a great fusion of maritime diplomacy, maritime security, and maritime economy. Ladies and gentlemen, The theme and the logo of this conference aptly represents the vision of the founding fathers of Pakistan. Aman dialogue. Aman means peace in our language. And our great leader, the Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the father of the nation, the founder of Pakistan, and one of the greatest statesmen of the 20th century, had said at the time of the creation of Pakistan that the vision of Pakistan will be peace within and peace without. And Aman dialogue is all about peace within and peace without. And the logo, which is a very creative logo, shows the rising sun, which was aptly mentioned 90 years ago by the great poet philosopher of the East, Allama Iqbal, when he said, see the sun rising in the east. He had talked of the dawn of the east, the dawn of the ancient century which we see before us. And together with other elements, the lighthouse shows clarity of direction. The two dolphins symbolizing intelligence and harmony and collaboration. The ship focusing on connectivity and naval power. And the four stars epitomizing the linkage between the Navy, the practitioners in maritime, the academia, and the business. Ladies and gentlemen, we are having this Aman dialogue at a time when Pakistan is emerging as a very major hub of regional connectivity and maritime security. Last month, Pakistan assumed for the 13th time the command of the CTF, which was just mentioned by the naval chief, for the 13th time, which is our role in collaboration and cooperation with other navies for promoting maritime security. This is also 2025, the 10th anniversary of Pakistan's expansion of its continental shelf from 200 nautical miles to 350 nautical miles. 50,000 square kilometers have been added, and which is now becoming the pivot, the linchpin of the blue economy. And only last week, our president was in China to promote the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC, which is the flagship of the Belt and Road Initiative of President Xi Jinping of China, in which the Gwadar port is the centerpiece. So, ladies and gentlemen, this conference also epitomizes the linkage between these three elements, where maritime diplomacy, maritime security, and the maritime economy, namely the blue economy, are being reinforced. We live in a time of turbulence and transformation, where ports are now emerging as key drivers of change, of commerce, of connectivity. As you are aware, ladies and gentlemen, 90% of global commerce is carried out through maritime trade. So whether it is Neom in Saudi Arabia, or Djibouti in Africa, or Gwadar in Pakistan, or Chabahar in Iran, or Hambantota in Sri Lanka, or Chittagong in Bangladesh, these are the key elements that are taking this element of connectivity forward. And the Pakistan Navy, which is a professional force, peaceful and protective, guardian our maritime frontiers, and also playing a role in the region, is going to be extremely important. And Pakistan today, as you know, is also a member of the United Nations Security Council. So in that platform also, we are playing that role to promote peace and connectivity and cooperation. And given this context that we have such a large gathering, I would like to propose, the Honorable Defense Minister is here, and by the way, he's the right person for this thing because he's an accomplished swimmer himself, by the way. And he has had a close connection with maritime affairs also. So we feel that perhaps the time has come for this new partnership, a partnership between Pakistan Africa, and the Arabian Sea for blue economy, including the island states, the coastal regions. And I'm so happy that even landlocked countries like Zimbabwe and Rwanda are now part of this initiative, because Pakistan, through CPEC, is playing a role to ensure that the Central Asian republics of Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan become land-linked through the port of Gwadar. And that is our role as the hub of economic connectivity and regional connectivity. I would also like to mention that Pakistan's role also envisages close collaboration and a bridge building between the East and the West. And hence we feel that this critical region of Asia Pacific should be a zone of peace, a zone of collaboration, a zone of connectivity among cultures, countries, and civilizations, and not a new arena of conflict or big power competition or a new kind of a Cold War. We feel that a new world is emerging on the horizon. Pakistan wants to be part and will, inshallah, be part of this emerging, better, peaceful, and prosperous tomorrow based on connectivity, based on cooperation, and based on commerce through the high seas. As the Chief of Naval Staff rightly mentioned in his opening address, that oceans are not just waterways. They are a tapestry of linkages, of fusion, that bring together countries and cultures. And that is what our role is going to be. As the great Alfred Mahan once said, that it's not just about power of the sea, it's about to hail that power taken from the sea. And Pakistan and the Pakistan Navy will seize that power from the sea to promote commerce and connectivity and collaboration. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, and a warm welcome to all of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite our esteemed chief guest, Khwaja Muhammad Asif, Minister for Defense of Islamic Republic of Pakistan, to share his thoughts and vision on this momentous occasion.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Chiefs of Navies, heads and representatives of maritime organizations, esteemed guests, participants, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. It is both an honor and privilege to welcome you all at the inaugural session of the Maiden AMAN Dialogue. Your presence here today exemplifies the shared commitment of our navies to foster international maritime cooperation and mutual understanding. Today, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the Chief of Naval Staff, whose unwavering commitment to foster collaborative efforts for maritime security have made this dialogue a reality, setting a benchmark for international maritime engagements. Ladies and gentlemen, in this era of globalization and interconnectivity, national interests are best served by fostering peaceful international system of interdependent networks of trade, finance, communication, and information. The global economic system is almost wholly dependent upon unhindered activity in the maritime domain. The uninterrupted use of seas and oceans remain the strategic interest of all nations, which further demands the nations synchronize their efforts and resources to extract greater gains. The maritime domain today is a critical crossroads. Our oceans, carrying over 80% of global trade, represent not just shipping lanes, but the arteries of global prosperity. The Indian Ocean in particular emerges as a vital confluence where the destinies of nations intertwine. The Indian Ocean holds over 50% of global oil and gas reserves, with about 20% of refining facilities along its shores. The vastness of oceans and its importance in our shared economic prosperity demands collaboration to further our economic interest while countering rising challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, the world is transforming through an era of unprecedented change. Rising global tariffs have impacted global economy. Great power competitions are stirring up challenges to the existing political and economic structures, leading to an action-reaction, counteraction chain. Deepening global crises, challenges of climate change, pandemics like COVID has left the international order in disarray. Chaos and uncertainty are trumping stability in our contemporary world. Moreover, maritime domain is also influenced with prevailing threats from non-conventional domain like narco-trafficking, gun running, human smuggling, liquor transportation, terrorism, and piracy. As oceans are precious resources that sustains life on our planet, and thus it is our collective responsibility to preserve and protect them from future generations. These challenges demand a common resolve by all nations, as not a single country has the wherewithal to counter them alone. Technological advancements have also brought significant challenges and opportunities. Unmanned systems demonstrated inexhaustible applications of new technologies, where effective use of low-cost unmanned drones has proven their efficacy in the face of technological superior opponent. Moreover, warfare is not only limited to unmanned systems, but is under transformation through AI-powered systems under grey hybrid conflict. To sum it all, in the era of globalization, rapidly evolving technologies, transition in world power structure, growing threats from non-state actors have made it obligatory for us to sit together, discuss our challenges together, learn from each other, and formulate strategies for the common good of our people. Ladies and gentlemen, opportunities and tremendous benefits at sea cannot be harnessed if we are not aptly geared up against rising challenges. This August gathering has offered us this very opportunity where leaders around the globe can sit together and find solutions to problems. Navy's role in maritime economy indicates the need and relevance of a strong Navy for protection of trade while preserving security and stability at sea. In this context, exploitation of blue economy for socio-economic prosperity enabled by secure maritime environment necessitates our focused attention. Hence, today I wish to highlight three fundamental imperatives that demand our immediate attention. First, the evolving maritime threats, especially after 9/11, where the threat now posed to global common is from non-conventional domain. We face a complex tapestry of challenges, from traditional security concerns to emerging non-traditional threats. Piracy, transnational crime, and cyber warfare coexist with environmental degradation and climate change impacts. These challenges recognize no borders and respect no sovereignty. They demand a unified understanding and coordinated response. Second, the technological revolution in maritime operations. We stand at the cusp of unprecedented technologies advancement, artificial intelligence, autonomous systems, and space-based surveillance are not merely tools, but transformative forces reshaping maritime security paradigms. Yes, with very technological leap forward, we must ensure our technological pursuits and government frameworks keep pace. Third, the imperative of sustainable ocean development. The concept of blue economy represents more than economic opportunity. It embodies our commitment to responsible stewardship of maritime resources. For nations bordering the Indian Ocean, including Pakistan, this is not merely an option, but an existential imperative. Ladies and gentlemen, the Aman Dialogue represents more than a forum of discussion. It serves as a catalyst, a platform for forging lasting partnership, building friendships and enduring relationships, all to resonate, to resolve embodied in the motto of Aman Exercise, Together for Peace. In the end, I commend Pakistan Navy for convening this premier dialogue. Your commitment to fostering regional peace and stability sets an exemplary standard for maritime nations worldwide. May Allah Almighty guide our endeavors and crown them with success. Ameen. Together for Peace, Pakistan Navy Zindabad. Thank you very much.
As we conclude the inaugural session of the Aman Dialogue, we thank all the delegates for their presence. We now invite you to join us for refreshments at the purple and red enclosures. The session will resume at 10:45. Ladies and gentlemen, the passage to the red enclosure is at aft gate. Focus on maritime affairs, a think tank was established in 2006 under the Prime Minister's directives as the Institute of Maritime Affairs. Later, it was upgraded to the National Institute of Maritime Affairs, commonly known as NIMA. NIMA operates with its two chapters in Islamabad and Karachi, maintaining its head office in Islamabad. In line with its vision and mission, NIMA undertakes impactful research and consultation projects to provide sustainable solutions covering over 40 maritime-related sectors. Been admitted as co-opted member of the Advisory Board of National Security Committee to provide policy-level input. It serves in advisory capacity with Indian Ocean Tuna Commission, and additionally, NIMA is on advisory panel of various governmental and non-governmental entities. NIMA collaborates closely with federal and provincial governments, including maritime stakeholders like the National Security Division, Naval Headquarters, Pakistan Naval War College, various ministries, universities, think tank and international institutes. NIMA's quality product include policy-level input, research reports, consultancy, advocacy, networking and outreach, and capacity building. With its resolute passion, NIMA's team is committed to lead the way in global maritime arena, setting new standards aligned with the best practices to achieve a common goal of secure seas and prosperous future. Exclusively focused on maritime affairs, a think tank was established in 2006 under the Prime Minister's directives as of Maritime Affairs. Later, it was upgraded to the National Institute of Maritime Affairs, commonly known as NIMA. NIMA operates with its two chapters in Islamabad and Karachi while maintaining its head office in Islamabad. In line with its vision and mission, NIMA undertakes impactful research and consultation projects to provide sustainable solutions covering over 40 maritime-related sectors. NIMA has been admitted as co-opted member of the Advisory Board of National Security Committee to provide policy-level input. It serves in advisory capacity with the Indian Ocean Tuna Commission, and additionally, NIMA is on advisory panel of various governmental and non-governmental entities. NIMA collaborates closely with federal and provincial governments, including maritime stakeholders like the National Security Division, Naval Headquarters, Pakistan Naval War College, various ministries, universities, think tank and international institutes. NIMA's quality product include policy-level input, research reports, consultancy, advocacy, networking and outreach, and capacity building. With its resolute passion, NIMA's team is committed to lead the way in global maritime arena, setting new standards aligned with the best practices to achieve a common goal of secure seas and prosperous future.
ये नेक्स्ट की स्लाइड्स दिखाएं सामने आपका हॉटलाइन को बिजी हुआ है उसको ठीक कर दें
We are here at International Defense Exhibition and Seminar on the stall of PIMEC. Ideas is an age-old initiative of Pakistan Armed Services, especially focusing on the defense production. اور ملک کے اندر جو ہماری دفاعی پیداوار میں خود کفیل ہونے کی طرف شاید جو سب سے اہم قدم ہے وہ اس نمائش کا انعقاد ہے، جس کے ذریعے ہمارے صنعت کاروں کو اس بین الاقوامی مارکیٹ تک رسائی کا موقع ملتا ہے جہاں پہ وہ اپنا دفاعی سامان لوگوں کی خرید و فروخت کے لیے پیش کر سکتے ہیں۔ پائمیک یا پاکستان انٹرنیشنل میریٹائم ایگزیبیشن جو ہے وہ ایک سبسیڈیری انیشیٹو ہے جو بلو اکانومی کے اندر خاص طور پہ میریٹائم سیکٹر کو جمپ سٹارٹ کرنے کے لیے پاکستان نیوی نے لیا ہے، جس کے اندر ہم لوگ کوشش کر رہے ہیں کہ میریٹائم سیکٹر کے اندر بالکل جس طرح آئیڈیاز نے آپ کی ڈیفنس پروڈکشن کو ایک طرح سے ریوائٹلائز کیا ہے اوور دا کورس آف ایئر، اسی طرح پائمیک ایک ایسا ادارہ بن کے ابھرے جو میریٹائم سیکٹر کے اندر آپ کے ایگزیبیٹرز کو، پروڈکشن کو دوبارہ سے ریوائٹلائز کرے اور اس کے اندر انڈسٹری، ٹورزم، بلو اکانومی، ان سارے سب سیکٹرز کو فیچر کرتے ہوئے لوگوں تک بھی اس کی اویئرنیس پہنچائی جائے، انٹرنیشنل مارکیٹ تک بھی اس کی اویئرنیس پہنچائی جائے، کیونکہ میری ٹائم سیکٹر انہیرنٹلی ایک انٹرنیشنل سیکٹر ہے اور اس کی جو آؤٹ لک ہے وہ گلوبل ہے۔ تو اس چیز کو پروجیکٹ کرنے کے لیے ایک انٹرنیشنل ایگزیبیشن کراچی میں پائمیک کے نام سے 2025 میں ایڈیشن اس کا انعقاد کیا جاتا ہے۔
I am Commander Usman Amjad and I am serving as Deputy Director of PIMEC at Naval Headquarters. PIMEC is a flagship event for fostering collaboration, innovation and partnerships in the maritime industry. It is a platform which will redefine Pakistan's maritime future. Pakistan's maritime potential is around $100 billion. There is a lot of room where the international companies, the local vendors and the government agencies, they can sit together and chart a course to define shared prosperity and sustainable development for the Pakistani nation. PIMEC 2023 was a huge success. Now the next PIMEC event is planned from 3rd to 6th November 2025. The earlier PIMEC, we had around 150 companies from more than 50 countries which sat together and discussed the potential for investment in the maritime sector. In the next PIMEC, we expect the number to grow further and more investment to come in Pakistan and bring in more prosperity for the complete nation. To all the participants who are aiming to come in PIMEC, I would like to convey that your presence and participation in PIMEC 2025 enable us to chart a course toward shared prosperity and sustainable development for our country. During PIMEC, we are inviting all the stakeholders which have a linkage with the sea to come and share their expertise. So I welcome you all to join PIMEC 2025. Thank you.
آئیڈیاز 2024 میں ہم نے پاکستان نیوی کی طرف سے ایک جو انیشیٹو ہے پاکستان انٹرنیشنل میریٹائم ایکسپو کانفرنس، اس کا اسٹال یہاں پہ منعقد کیا ہے، اور اس کا مقصد لوگوں کو پائمیک کے بارے میں انفارمیشن پرووائڈ کرنا ہے، پائمیک کو پروموٹ کرنا ہے کہ پاکستان میریٹائم سیکٹر جو ہے، جو کہ ایک ان ٹیپ پوٹینشیل ہے پاکستان کا، اس کو ایکسپلور کرنے کے لیے اپرچونیٹیز ہیں جو کہ پائمیک کے پلیٹ فارم پہ لوگوں کو مل سکتی ہیں۔ تو اس لیے ہم انوائٹ کر رہے ہیں، یہ سیکنڈ ایڈیشن ہے پائمیک کا، جو نومبر 2025 میں منعقد کی جائے گی، اور اس میں انٹرنیشنل اور ڈومیسٹک ایگزیبیٹرس کو بلایا جائے گا۔ اس میں ایگزیبیشن کے ساتھ ساتھ ایک انٹرنیشنل میریٹائم کانفرنس کا بھی انعقاد کیا جائے گا جو کہ بلو اکانومی کو ایکسپلور کرے گا۔ تو ہم آپ کو انوائٹ کرتے ہیں۔
Experience the future of maritime technology at PIMEC 2025. Discover high-tech maritime equipment. From advanced navigation to cutting-edge sensors. Explore innovative features capabilities. See how marine tech is transforming the industry. Join us at PIMEC 2025. Experience the future of maritime technology at PIMEC 2025. Discover high-tech maritime equipment.
Guests are
advanced
requested to
navigation to
please
cutting-edge
be settled
sensors.
in their seats. The participants of the plenary session are requested to make their way to the stage. Guests are requested to please be settled. We will start the proceedings shortly. The participants of the plenary session are requested to make their way to the stage. We will start the session shortly. I may apprise the worthy guests that simultaneous translation system is available in the auditorium. Channel 1 is Arabic, Channel 2 is Persian, Channel 3 is Chinese, and Channel 0 is the floor channel. Ladies and gentlemen, I request the worthy guests to please settle down. Ladies and gentlemen, we are about to begin the plenary session. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to request all the guests to please take their seats. Was that forceful enough? Honorable guests, distinguished speakers, and respected participants, we are now ready to begin the plenary session. This session will explore the critical issues impacting the security and stability of the Indian Ocean region. To lead us through this session, it is my pleasure to introduce our esteemed moderator, President NIMA, Vice Admiral Ahmed Saeed, Hilal-e-Imtiaz Military, retired. The Admiral joined the Pakistan Navy in 1981 and got commission in the Operations Branch. During his 41 years of meritorious service, he commanded PN Submarine Khalid, Submarine Squadron, and held various command and staff appointments at Naval and Joint Staff Headquarters. He is a graduate of Pakistan Naval War College, Command and Staff College, China, and National Defense University. At the pinnacle of his career, he was appointed Chief of Staff to the CNS. Since November 2022, the Admiral is holding the portfolio of President National Institute of Maritime Affairs. The Admiral will now take over the proceedings.
Thank you very much, Oman. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Good morning and Assalamu alaikum, ladies and gentlemen, and very esteemed guests. It's my privilege to moderate this session with a constellation of professionals, hello. So good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and highly esteemed guests. It's my proud privilege to moderate this session. A day before yesterday, we had a very impressive opening ceremony of Exercise Aman in PN Dockyard, followed by yesterday evening, we had another event that was the Aman Food Gala, spectacular fireworks, presentation of Pakistani cuisine, and the cultural fusion. I think everybody must have enjoyed it, and we are energized to go into this Aman dialogue. As in the opening session, Chief of the Naval Staff has already alluded to that this platform is to provide a common place to the practitioners to do the exchange of ideas and get the first-hand knowledge what challenges are being faced by this community. In the ensuing day, we will have 7 sessions which has been interlaced one after the other with a lot of subject matter experts coming up. So we'll be talking about, of course, the traditional and the non-traditional threats, but along with that, the impact of the emerging technologies, including the AI-enabled autonomous bodies and the cyber attacks and these kind of things. But along with that, of course, the blue economy, the transition from the maritime economy to the blue economy, what are the challenges? And last but not the least will be, of course, climate change. Now the climate change has become the security in the maritime domain. So we'll be talking about as well. So let's begin. And I take the honor to introduce the esteemed guest, the Admiral Muhammad Nazmul Hassan, Chief of the Naval Staff, Chief of the Navy, Bangladesh Navy. He is the 17th Chief of the Naval Staff. Commissioned in 2006 and 2023, he is holding a portfolio. His academic pursuits include the graduate of Defense Services Command and Staff College, Naval War College, USA, Naval Command Course from USA, and NDC in the Bangladesh. During his 39 meritorious services, the Admiral have been on various command and staff appointments. Some notables are that he had an exclusive honor to command 4 men of wars. He has been the Assistant Chief of Naval Staff Operations, Personnel, Director of Naval Intelligence, DG Civil Military Relations at the Armed Forces Division. He also served as High Commissioner of Bangladesh to Maldives. He was conferred upon Award of Extraordinary Services Medal, that is OSP. So we are very delighted to have you with us. Second on my left is former Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral Muhammad Asif Sandela. He has been the Chief of the Navy in 2011 till 2014. Admiral has an illustrious career of 42 years. Admiral Sandela academic pursuits are the Cadet College, Cohort, Britannian Royal College, Dartmouth in UK, National Defence University, and major command and staff appointments, of course, include the Deputy Chief of Naval Staff Operations, Commander Pakistan Fleet, Commander Logistics, and Vice Chief of the Naval Staff. He has an extensive experience in the CMF, led Navy participation in the International Navy operations at the CTF 150 and 151. Admiral established MOVIN. Nowadays, Admiral, after the retirement, he is serving the nation and he has established the MOVIN Foundation, focusing on the promotion of literacy, building schools all over the country. Sir, it's our honor you are with us. And next we have the Admiral Saif bin Nasser bin Mohsin Al Ravani. Sir, fourth on my list. The Commander of the Royal Navy, Oman. He took office as a Chief of Naval Staff in 2020. Academic pursuits include the Command Staff College, Command Staff course in the Sultanate of Oman, National Defense course in USA, command multiple ships, including Shaban, Oman. Being instrumental in strengthening the regional maritime security operations, particularly with the United States of American Navy, and one of his many diplomatic efforts to promote maritime cooperation and security in the region. So we are delighted to have you with us. And on my left, we have Rear Admiral Shahram Irani, the commander of the Iranian Navy. He joined the Imam Khomeini Naval Science University in 1986. He is Chief of the Naval Staff since August 2021. His academic pursuits are the Khomeini Naval Science University in 1985, Advanced Command and Headquarters degree, expertise in the naval operations and leadership with command posts include the Artish Naval Training Directorate as a commander and the Navy Ops Commander, Artish Naval Area, spearheaded naval diplomacy efforts with Russia, Pakistan, China, and South Africa. Sir, it's our great privilege that you are with us today. Rear Admiral Tushara Karantunga, second last on my left, commander of the Northern Naval Area, that is Naval Sri Lankan Navy. Sir, he took over the command in November 2024. Academic pursuits are the Masters in the Management Sciences from the journal Sri John Kotelawala Defense University, Masters in Defense Studies, holds postgraduate diploma in the International Relations, Command Staff course in Defense Services from Sri Lanka, and completed Maritime Research and Rescue course from the Submarine Warfare College in China. Prior to the current commitment, served as a commander of the Southern Naval Area. He worked closely with the commander of the Navy to promote maritime cooperation. Sir, we are very delighted to see you here as well. So the last, we have the mighty woman, Dr. Huma Bakai. Why I said so? Yeah, that's what I said, that she is the rector of Millennium Institute of Technology and Entrepreneurship, which is MITE. So mighty is the might, huh? That's great. So Dr. Saiba, having over 20 years of teaching experience prior to her current appointment, worked as an associate professor, former associate dean at the Institute of Business Administration, and she is also the certified corporate trainer from the Germany. She is author of the Rising Competition Between US and China, a modern day tragedy, investing in peace, economic, interdependence in South Asia, and she has been continuously contributing scholarly articles, TV appearances, and a lot of other activities. Ma'am, so very thankful for joining us. So, to open up the session, sir, allow me to ask the Bangladesh Chief of the Naval Staff. Sir, first a little your views about what your experience you have been in here. And then we would like to hear some cardinal points of your vision, how you would like to see the Bangladesh Navy contributing towards the peace and stability in the region. Please, sir.
Thank you very much, Admiral. It's been an honor and privilege to be here in Pakistan. I thank my good friend and colleague, Admiral Naveed Ashraf, the respected Chief of Naval Staff, Pakistan Navy, for inviting Bangladesh Navy to this well-reputed exercise in the region, Exercise AMAN, where one of my ship is participating. And also, I thank him for inviting me and asking me to say a few words in the AMAN dialogue. It's been a pleasant stay for me so far, and I believe such a grand arrangement of marine cooperation is really unprecedented, and it will go a long way in securing the seas for prosperous future, as is the theme of the AMAN dialogue. Ladies and gentlemen, we all are aware of the importance of Indian Ocean region as a whole, and in recent times, of course, the concept is transforming from Indian Ocean region to greater Indo-Pacific, as we see countries collaborating and cooperating, not only from this region, but also from the Pacific region. And we see many participants here who belong to that ocean. We have certain things in common as seafarers. I believe there are three things that I would like to specifically mention. One is the common interest, because sea offers us the common bounties for all littorals, even the landlocked countries. And the second is, of course, we have common responsibilities to keep these seas secured for the greater cause of peace and prosperity of our nations, our people. And third is the, I think, common, I would say, the commonality that we have in terms of unity. Although there are a couple of officers from the land forces, but I will still take the liberty of mentioning a Norwegian proverb that says, the land divides and the sea unites. So that means we, the seafarers, are bonded by the spirit of unity. So keeping those three factors into consideration, I only, because of the paucity of time, I'd only leave some food for thought for the next couple of days to be discussed. I believe the eminent speakers will, of course, discuss those in their own capacities in their respective times. One is for achieving greater peace and stability in the seas and in the oceans. We need to have maritime partnerships, the effective partnerships, that is, because that will give us the common platform and the formal constructs to take our cooperation forward in a formal way and in an effective way. Next is, among the nations, we need to have political will to ensure that, as a whole, the security prevails in the maritime arena, in our waters and beyond. And third are the policy aspects that individually, as nations, we need to adopt different policy aspects which are not only required for securing our own seas, but also for greater peace and stability in beyond the respective EEZs. The capacity building initiatives are, of course, for smaller nations like ours, it's always a constant challenge, and we need cooperation. No country can do it alone these days, as we say, and we must believe it, and we must help each other in developing our capacities. And these regional cooperative initiatives that are there in Africa, in Gulf, among the South Asian countries, in the Southeast Asia, in the form of ASEAN, of course. In the political constructs, the security, maritime security issues should be incorporated so that the forums like the IONS and WPNS becomes more and more effective and efficient in providing the legal and the maritime framework to take our cooperation forward. So these are some of the things that I thought I will mention very quickly. And in the concluding remarks, I would only say that I call for collaboration and shared commitment from all the participants who are present here today. And I hope this dialogue will create a platform from where we can take something substantial, something very concrete, some thoughts, some ideas, and some frameworks so that it becomes meaningful and our cooperations last longer. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I will leave it to the projector.
Sir, thank you very much. I think very comprehensive and very elaborate account of the maritime security you have taken into. Thank you very much, sir. I take the liberty to go to Admiral Asif Sandela, sir. I must give one fact that when I joined the Pakistan Navy in 1984-85 in the Naval Academy, the Admiral was our divisional officer as well. So I take this honor today as well. It goes with me. So, sir, it's been over a decade now that you relinquished your post. And if we scale back in time in 2014, there was a task force going along, commanded by the Commodore Asif Sandela, the tsunami. And about, if I recollect, 370 foreigners, those who were washed away, and you were able to manage to rescue them. So how was that experience? And the question it relates to, can we have a collaborative mechanism in our region to combat these kind of national disasters? Sir.
Thank you, Said. Before I answer your question, I must also do some, because I've put in some work to what I am going to talk about. I wasn't very sure this will be the first question. I really wanted to bring out importance of undersea cables and pipelines. There is a misconception generally that today's communication goes around via satellite. That is not true, actually. More than 95% communications and data transfer takes place through the undersea cables lying on the ocean floor. And it is something like 10 trillion US dollars transfer of funds every day, ladies and gentlemen. That is the magnitude it carries. And there have been some damages to these infrastructures, and the one important one which actually highlighted these undersea structures was in September 2022. You would remember Nord Stream 2 there were explosions, it was struck, and connecting Russia with Germany, and several theories have come about how did it happen. So, and very recently there have been damages to these cables of Finland and Sweden as well. And these have mainly been caused so far either by fishing vessels, anchor drags, wrong anchoring, earthquakes, tsunamis, and interestingly, even vandalism. So these are structures which are actually owned by private companies, and they don't have the government backing except for when they come to the land. And I would like to say that there is a real need to survey, UNCLOS 1982, and then public-private partnership, as these are owned by private companies, and the time to act is now. Otherwise, the interconnected world is in danger, and unfortunately, after 20th of January, this interconnected world is under danger, and we have heard voices like Canada becoming a state of USA. So that is the danger to this world, and we must be careful. Now, coming to your question, I would say we happened to be there, and of course we were not there to do what eventually happened, and at night we were informed that there has been tsunami and we need your help, and of course, thankfully, we were able to bring out, as you said, 370 plus people from various countries at that time. And thankfully, I usually say God saved us and enabled us to help people who are in danger. And my friends from Maldives are sitting here, so they provided us all the help at that time. And I hope we don't get into these things again, but if we do, then we need to work together to respond to all this. Thank you.
So thank you very much. So thank you very much. I think very aptly highlighted the new emerging challenges in which the underwater cables have taken a significance like a strategic asset of a country, because all the data is flying through it. I think we'll be hearing more about it. Dr. Christian Buger is here. He has recently written a report on it under the UN Institute of Disarmament Research. And he has highlighted about 20 emerging challenges, and one of that is what you have talked about. So coming towards the next, I would like to take the question with the Admiral Saif, sir. Sir, the motto of your Navy is making the world a safer place. And Oman Navy, in pursuit of that, has been working with a lot of other navies in collaborative way. So we would like
outside territorial waters, it affects our prosperity. So that's mean we need more cooperation, more coordination, we need more formation. And that's where I am putting effort life and security centers, by Navy, try for our allies, CMF, through Atlantic Cooperation with the operator in the area, genuine information, with the operator in the area, genuine information, and so many in Arabian and in Arabian and we have through our navies in the area. This is known, and alhamdulillah in the area. That's into smuggling illegal. So many countries and islands in the area. So it's an issue that should be raised, and I think smuggling with the fuel in the area. We want to see a fuel. I can say information between the navies in the area with all countries and prosperity and freedom of the navigation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Admiral Saif. I think you at sea how to manage which the collaborative mechanism. Thank you. Your country has a very unique Gulf of. How do you perceive those your views about?
Use the translator, please.
Yeah.
Excuse me. پاکستان کشور نمازی کره خب همون همسایه انرژی فسیلی جهان یا دیرباز نه آبراه راه خودش از حد نفتش ها خب در این من بهش اضافه شد و از زبان عزیزان تکنولوژی امروز به طور از زبان عزیزان تکنولوژی امروز به طور خاص به خاطر ایران در بخش برقراری امنیت دریایی برای کشتیرانی به صورت مستقل اول کشتی‌های خودمون علاوه بر در شمال منطقه و کنار هم می‌کنند. خداست بر
And the quotation given and the quotation which you have given is that see you have a new chair.